it looks like the proxy factory has lifted and is scouting around just to make sure. Striker has taken his min only and is defending against a Terran push right now. And again, you see those two science vessels. They don't have energy right now to irradiate any of the critical units right now. So the Terran pushes are going to be largely dependent on if those two science vessels he has energy. Otherwise, the Marines are not going to be able to push against those lurkers, nor when Striker gets those scourges up again. Those Marines need to be defending his two science vessels. I think it would help tremendously if the Street here racked up his science vessel count, but that can only happen if he takes the second gas. I think Striker right now is obviously has advantage strategical and tactical advantage, and if the Terran player is to come back at this point, he's going to need to stand more. He's going to need to stand one more base, get 3 gas up, and just bring out those science vessels one after another. You can see that the Striker's bases aren't very defended against anti-air, and so if he gets those vessels up and irradiates each other, he can take out a lot of workers by doing that. And so good defense there on the science vessels. And again, you can see that Hyung-Soo's screen, his menu screen, is popping up occasionally during these micro-intensive maneuvers, just because he lack of familiarity with the keyboard. And so again, this is a problem for the Terran when Striker decides to push in when those science vessels don't have energy. You can see that that he has full vision of them. He's just not going to be able to irradiate. Okay, so there he goes. He irradiates a defiler. That defiler has put up one more swarm before it dies, which was a great call for Striker. And it's just important for the Zerg player to constantly pump defilers and Scourge, because they die quickly, and you need them in order to beat a Terran player. So here now you have Striker does have +2 melee, +2 carapace on his Lings, and the Ultralisk Cavern is coming down. I think once that 5th base goes up at 12 o'clock and Zerg is on 4 gas, he'll be able to support Ultralisks. And I think a lot of Zerg players tend to rush to Ultralisks quickly right after they get Hive Tech, and they're just not that great when you don't have them fully upgraded. When they are fully upgraded, Marines practically deal no damage to the Ultralisks, which is why they're so game breaking. But before that, before those 2 upgrades come out from the cavern, they're not that impressive. And so I would recommend that a lot of mid-level players not rush to Ultralisk that quickly. It doesn't work for me. It might work for some of you. So their supply count has generally been pretty low for the late game, and that's just because Striker is doing these many pushes with great micro, which is why they're still standing. And a lot of it also has to do with the fact that the Street just doesn't have enough energy from those science vessels to deal any damage while they're not attacking. And so now Striker is standing 5 bases. We know that the Street is standing he's standing 3. That 3rd base at the min only is not up and running yet, and you can see that there's an Overlord down at the 5 o'clock position, just so Striker knows when he's going to expand to his 4th, in case he sneaks that SCV out. And as long as the game progresses this way, there's really no chance that the Street's going to make a comeback here. We have another push. So here the the lurkers are gonna come in under the swarm, and right when the swarm comes down, the street just has no solutions to that. He needs more science vessels. He needs to get that gas. That min only isn't going to help him much. I think he has a lot of minerals, just not enough gas. And you see he's making a move here at Stryker's main, taking down that tech. I think Stryker's going to regather some of his forces. It's to take down those 7 Marines and single medic there. And Stryker has Nidus canals networking his bases. So when the Terran player comes and does drops like these, he'll be able to get his units around the map quickly to deal with it. And so when the Hives comes down, usually the Zerg players will Nidus up their bases, just because they need that mobility. That's one of the characteristics that makes Zerg a very dangerous race to play against. It's the Zerglings gain early map control when they have speed, and then these Nidus canals just frustrate a lot of other players. So the street is back down to 2 bases, and I think the game is coming to a close here. Once that Ultralisk upgrade is done and Stryker comes in, then I think the street is not going to have solutions to that. Just some game stats right now. Stryker is currently at 290 APM. The street is at 240 APM, and the stats on the resources is what is really game defining. The threefold mining count on the gas just totally hurts, and I think here we confirm. You see right there that there's still a geyser up on the street's natural, so he failed to put down that refinery, and he has been playing on single gas the entire game. So again, maybe out of nervousness, being a little bit careless, or just focusing too much on the micro aspect of his game, he failed to put down that refinery. And so Stryker is just going to make one final push into his base. You see those Ultralisks are coming up on the mini-map, and so it was a very good early cheese. I think that was the right strategy coming into this game, but probably that cheese put so much micro attention on the street that he wasn't able to follow that up with a good macro management, and that's GG.